Stopping to watch a wonderful sunrise is just the tonic we need as myself and Hans Kreuer embark on a long drive south to fabled waters well beyond my normal range.
It's to rain again.
Oh well, got into the car at first light and got a bit of a feed on the run. Beautiful sunrise, now a little bit of drizzle. But the forecast looks really good, so I think this will probably be the last of it, we'll see. The deep south is not an area I have fished, and with the mystical Matara River central to our plans, there is a sense of excitement in me that only comes with the unknown. Oh mate, let's go give it plenty. It's evening when we finally arrive at the Matara, and with only a few hours of light left, quickly make the short stroll to the river with their full weight rods and long leaders, set for the delicate presentations I'm told we'll need. Come back a long way, didn't he? It only takes a few casts for the first fish to spook, signalling that it won't be easy in the low and clear late season conditions.
Just hang on.
Oh, Hans is hooked up finally. Took the emerger in this ripping run. Fucking hell, there's some strength in that little fish. It's gone straight through all the good water, of course. So he's taking you for a walk. Yeah. I think he rose, but I think he hit the emerger in the film. Right on mate, let's have a look at that. Just lift him in the sunlight actually. Yeah, it's a lovely fish. Yeah. Got some got a bit of girth to him, hasn't he? Right on mate. Hit the surface, but I think that soft tackle was in the film. Got some nice water up ahead. But I think I'll go back into that ripple and I might start casting into it myself. Look at make long cast. There's a sort of peace that envelops you when casting into a new river loaded with promise, especially when using delicate gear, perfectly matched to the conditions. First Matara trout. Great fun on the old Radiant 4-weight, I tell you. Hit the dry though.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, hit the dry. Landed.
Feisty little things, eh?
Yeah. Like I tell you what, I'm as happy with that as many trout this year. Even though it's almost food for a lot of trout that I've caught this year. Thought about this river for a while. Little soft tackle. Took a dry. Pretty basic sort of a rig. There we go. I mean, Just a little bullet, eh?
Hey, my Kirkpatrick was a tiddler.
Yeah, trout food. Cheers, buddy. Awesome to be here with you, mate. Yeah. Another guy rising in here. They're pretty tricky.
Further up above the bridge, we got the trees on that side here. You know,
Oh, okay, looking that way, yep. Yep. Yeah, he drops back into the shadow. We find a brown trout rising under a willow with a downstream breeze set to make things a little tricky. And he keeps disappearing, dropping into that left part of the shadow, and he comes back out again. Be a hell of a cast though. There he goes. Yeah, well done mate, beautiful. Now the hard work begins. That was a lovely piece of fishing, mate. Yeah, well done. Pretty to watch. Yeah, he just came back and rose, didn't he? Beautiful. Lovely little fish. Yeah. Well done, Hans. Privilege to watch, mate. Yeah, he's just nymphing a wee bit, isn't he? Not a lot.
It's not a lot in the air.
No, and it feels like there should be. It feels like a nice calm night with a little bit of humidity.
That's a blue sky down there. Nice and dark.
What's that, sorry?
Nice and dark blue sky.
Yeah. Oh, he just smoked over.
Careful. Oh, nuts.
Yep. Oh, another one spooked there. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to follow him. Beautiful. Mwah. Hey, strong, eh? Woo. Even though this river holds mostly modest-sized fish, the sheer numbers of them, along with the feeling of serenity in its lowland setting, makes for pure, simple fun. The act of rhythmically casting to a fish, or even a likely lie, seems to swallow time and engages the spirit in a way that is hard to find in any other kind of fishing I've experienced. It may lack the sharp-edged engagement of backcountry fishing, but lords over it in more contemplative ways. Add to that a like-minded buddy to share it with, and you etch into your memory another chapter to draw on those long, cold winter nights. No, we're here, day 2. We checked out a little spring creek in drizzly, shitty weather, so I couldn't really get the camera out. But same river as yesterday, a little further up, and we found a fish. Found quite a few fish on the way down actually, but found a fish out here in a ripple, and he's no doubt going to ruin us in the willows, but we'll give it a go. That's the old man version of tying a fly on. Can't see, arms aren't long enough anymore. It's just risen, this fish, so left. Oh, nicely done. Oh! And to add insult to injury, he's stuck in a tree. I got it out. Just come out, eh? He was up on that instantly. That was pretty big. It's maybe a 6 pounder. I wonder whose turn that is now then.
Mine?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, no. I think the fish are a little bit bigger up here than down.
Yep. I target a fish in the same run, but it slides away under the willows, probably spooked by the antics of the first. You can see the fish okay, eh? I'm spotting off a high bank for Hans, and we soon have one in sight. Cool. I found a fish Hans has had a go with. Oh, yeah, it wasn't too far away. Fraction further up. It's pretty good. Going, yep. Well done, mate. A couple of takes and nothing landed. Hopefully we get this one to the bank. Yeah, well done. When you finish farting around trying to net it, we emerge, eh?
Yeah.
Under the dry. Go. Yeah, let's have a look. That's nice, eh? Really chunky.
Nice fish, mate. Look. Top condition. Spawning colours.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish. Whoop.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous fish, alright. Okay, get him back in.
Bit of a hurry.
Well done.
Hee-ha.
Yeah. I better get myself on the board now, eh?
I love it. Let's do it.
I've tied on a dry and 2 nymphs to target this run. Oh, see the mayflies on the water?
Yep.
Hans has spotted one higher in the run, and as I cast to it, it moves way left to take something. It's actually not a bad fish at all.
The one you hooked before.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Colour.
He took that bead. I added a little soft tackle, but he's taken the bead under that, and he went miles. He went 3 metres to take something just before that, and I tracked him across, put a cast over in the faster water, and bang. Oh,
That was close too.
yeah.
If you lose that, I crack up, mate.
I know. Give me a hiding, isn't it? Yeah. And lift doesn't quite. The only thing is the foreweights don't have quite the power.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yep. Zoom it in. Nice. That's a beautiful fish. Oh, buddy, look, it's been awesome to get here. It's a river that pretty iconic place that surprisingly I've never fished before. I've had about 5 or 6 aborted attempts, and to be finally here and catching a few fish like this, and after, you know, tough season up our way, you know, with floods and everything else, you know, that's just that's gorgeous, isn't it? Youngest Jack. Okay, we're getting back in. Off you go, fella.
Off he goes.
Put up a battle, I tell you. It's just going to shoot a bit long, wasn't it? He looks relaxed. Left of him. Oh, it's a real mayfly just went down. You ignored it. He's definitely hatching.
That doesn't look at it.
That's right there, and go. Yeah, well done. Nice work. Just the one in the right place, wasn't it? Ooh. Yeah, well done, mate. Good stuff. Just had to be just in the right place, didn't it?
It was sitting perfectly. Yep.
Yep.
On the skinny side.
Yep, nice work. Yep. Fuck it, had to be accurate. He wasn't doing much, eh? He had to be right on the button.
Right in his head.
Just on the right side, towards the main current side. Usually the winner.
Yeah, great fun.
Yep. That's a solid fish. Beautiful. Oop. Fucking line curl on this thing, it's driving up the wall. Can't even pull line on the reel properly. He's used his energy up.
Wants to walk on land, mate.
He does. He's pretty much buggered himself.
You know that you got the net on the back?
So yeah, saw this guy on a ripple, feeding away. A couple of casts, went out to the faster edge and he came up and belted it. Beautiful fish, eh? Oh, get him back in. Boom! Straight into the weed. That was fun. Just a little more right generally than you've been. That's okay. One's coming back, it's coming up. Lift. Oh. Yeah, he took it. It just, don't know why it didn't stick. Everything looked right. We've found our way to a spring creek joining the main river, and Hans is lining up a very big fish.
Oh, you f***ing idiot! Sorry, mate.
He took it.
He took it. Ah,
Yep, I was going to say the same thing.
broke him off.
You broke him off.
What a f***ing idiot.
We're our own worst critics, aren't we?
6 pounds. Ping.
Run us through that, Hans. What happened?
Not much. Put the cast in. Fish swung over, took it. Strike, and the whole rig fall apart.
I shouldn't laugh. Oh, we've got a couple each today, and it started drizzly and cold as hell, and fingertips were cold. You know, it was one of those miserable mornings, and then started to warm up. Got pretty nice, and bang fish, bang fish, bang fish, and ripples. So I thought we'd go and challenge ourselves a bit, come into this sort of water, you know, the spring creek, and back in that glassy stuff, all those big fish rising, and we'll be getting our asses kicked. We've missed a few already, and I now have one lined up, moving in and out of the swaying weed beds.
Ooh,
Yep, where'd that go?
what's that?
That went
Oh,
wavy.
to the left.
Yeah, wavy.
The fish moved to the right.
He did, yeah, I saw he went. I can't quite see him very well now. I know it was. How the f*** did that not... Oh, hell. Another missed chance. Feeding still. Hansy's hooked up. Getting you in the weed?
Oh, come on.
We've had about 4 takes, and they've come off and broken off and all sorts. And now he's got one that's taken him into every little...
Fuck, and there's a big fish following in that one.
The bigger one in there, was there? Get him clear?
Yeah, but he shot straight back in there.
Did he?
Couple of really good fish tucking in there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
All right, mate.
Can't find my net.
When you get him under control, you better get your net off. Oh, I might have to come and do it for you because it's on that pack. Oh, well done. Yeah, good effort, buddy. I was having a conversation with a cow down there and missed that. Yep. Beautifully coloured. I'll just zoom in and have a wee look at him. Oh, it's lovely fish here. You had to horse him, didn't you?
Man, shot in there.
Yeah, I
The
saw
fish
that.
what he pushed out there was 3 times the size of that.
Is that right? Real big one? Yeah, okay.
A couple of really nice ones in here.
Oh, well. Yeah, they're not really on. They rose earlier on and it was shitty conditions, couldn't see them. We ducked out for a while, went somewhere else and came back, and they're not rising anymore, but there's some feeding. And that's the first out of 5 that we've had takes from. The fishing then went a little cold, with the few trout we saw lying doggo and not really feeding at all. After a quick change and a bite to eat, we make a short trip to a new spot on the main river for a chance at an evening rise. Yeah, they keep hitting it, but I think that those mayflies are dancing around on the surface, and they're actually snatching at them. That's why we're not hooking up. A couple of days, mucked around on an iconic local river full of fish. Something in the neighbourhood of 45 to 50 fish in 2.5 days. Well and truly satiated the need to catch a few. Now we're going to maybe chase a few big ones, and the weather looks supreme today. So hopefully we can go up and chase a couple of larger models in a river that has very few. Good ones. So we shall see. I just love the silence here.
Nothing, eh?
Apart from an occasional bee going past and a cricket, it's just silence. Fantastic. Hey?
Good fish.
Are you feeding? We've taken a side each, and Hans has spotted the big fish centre stream, swaying in the gentle flow, but not feeding. Oh, I can see him. Yeah, that is a big fish actually. Now I see his tail waving like that. Oh, come on. It's a stunning river, but low and clear conditions at the end of the season will see these wily fish pretty hard to catch.
Yeah, he's active, mate. He's looking. Coming down.
My only option is to land a small terrestrial dry fly well behind to hopefully light up the lateral line for a downstream take. Oh, come on. Fuck, that's a double.
Yeah, that was close.
That's huge.
It's a big fish, mate.
And he almost took it.
Yeah.
He was within about 6 inches or less than that.
I've seen it. Want to put it up there again?
No. He could have taken it and didn't. He turned on that lake. Remember what I said about them turning?
Yeah.
He looked, turned a little bit, looked, and then he saw the ripples, and then he went after it. Fuck, he was coming up, mate, for all money. He was going to eat that. Why didn't he eat it? Perfect. After landing a 4-pound brown on the dry early on, we've seen very little else until now. Yeah, I'd go quite a long way down to make sure you don't spook anything else up. Oh, and again. This fish is rising his arse off. And again. He just hit 3 times in 5 seconds. Oh.
Yeah, it's still a little mayflies on the river itself. I see him.
Oh yeah, look, yeah, small mayflies. What, 14, 16?
14s.
14s, okay, yep, cool.
Yeah.
Just wait till I can see him again, his head's going to come up again.
Just full on.
Yeah, see him just there? It just rose.
Yep, yep.
You good, man? Okay. You seeing your dry okay? Yeah, well done, mate. Woohoo! Yeah. You got 5 pound tippet on. Yeah, plenty of room. Yeah, he's quite a deep fish, eh? But bigger than you thought. Yeah, he's bigger than that. That's a great fish. So we've seen a huge fish this morning that tracked down a terrestrial pattern and almost took it but didn't. And we've had about 3 or 4 hours of fruitless searching, and then bang, walking along, talking bollocks, and looked across, little nose hit the surface. Let's have a look at that. And that's a bloody cracking fish. Geez, that's nice. Bit of spawning on his belly too, eh? Oh, that is, let's have a wee look at that. Wow, mate.
That's pretty midday.
Congrats, eh? Well done. That's a solid bugger, isn't he?
Yep.
And a pound.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome, bud. Well done.
Great fish, mate.
Oh, bloody weather's looking a bit dodgy, but try and get a couple of fish before the rain comes in. Coming from the south, isn't it? So I hope we can catch a couple more before it completely shits itself. It's under leaden skies that we take a short walk to the day's chosen river. It's a braided and wild river that, luckily for us, has had rain overnight, and its swollen nature has us hoping for some movement upstream from both brown and rainbow trout looking to reach their spawning grounds.
To the right and a bit up. That should be perfect. Coming. Had a look. And no.
You have to get it probably 2 metres further over, right by the tree. Oh, what? You no way that just happened. Oh man, unbelievable. You jammy bastard. Picking up for another cast and a fish downstream hits it. If you tell me that was planned, I'm going to divorce you as a fishing partner. Oh, it's a nice silvery bow. That's what you call leaning on your fish. and off. Didn't deserve it anyway. Bad luck, mate. That was pretty cool. See him come up, his mouth was bang. Beauty.
Done.
Look at that, mate. Isn't that beautiful?
Fair condition. Still ready to go, mate.
They gone, eh? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Oh, Jesus, and gone. Jesus. Oh, man. Right in that far. I wonder about whether they would be sitting there in that far seam. But that was a bullet. I have a lovely drop off in front of me, well worth prospecting and likely to have a fish or two holding. There's a boat. It's working hard, that's all.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeehaw!
Don't crack the rock, mate.
I want to go flying down there, so I've got to really crank on them. Come around just smoothly.
Nice fellas, mate.
That's a little tank, isn't it? Played it real hard, so I'll get it back in real quick, eh? Just got to go and spawn, so. Off you go, Gil. Whew. That was fun. Well, another spot, eh? Hooked a few, landed a couple. Bit of water ahead. Nice, eh? You know, hide the loop sticker. Nothing to see here. we've got to the upper sections of this river that we fished late part of the morning and early afternoon, and Hans is having a bit of a creep up through here. Normally apparently a couple of fish in here. It's a river he's fished, I haven't. We've got some impending weather coming in. It's pretty shitty behind us. We'll try and pick up a few more bows if we can, and there are some larger browns in here apparently as well. Found a couple of good fish. There's about 5 or 6 along this edge. A lot better fish we've seen so far. Nice. Whoa! He smashed that. Oh, good bow. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's chrome, isn't it?
Fucking hell. That's nice.
Oh, isn't it? Well done, mate. I thought you were working up to the top ones actually, and I saw you start to cast down low, and why did you set up for much further up?
I'm surprised the guy's already in spawning mood.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, fully.
That little one.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
That's one big, eh?
Yeah.
That makes my day.
Mate, that's a beautiful fish. Oh man, you're crushing it. Well done, mate.
Done.
Well done.
You're next, mate.
Yep. Well, Hans has just landed a cracker, and I'm going to swap places, and I'll have a crack and see if I can get one myself. Another 1.5 meters over.
Ah, yep.
Oh, don't go downstream. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh yeah. Awesome. And it was the back one too that peeled off, so I think the other ones are still there. Same deal. Beach them in the grass. Yeah, nothing of the quality of yours. Yours could almost have eaten this, but great fun. Let's put them down here. That's good fun.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Well, it's been decreed that I should go and have another shot, seeing as mine was a bit of a tiddler compared with Hans's last one, so I'm going to have another crack, see if I can get one of the bigger ones. Might do if I try another cast. Probably just got to get it a fraction further over.
Yeah. It takes you for a run, mate. Shouldn't brought a 7 weight.
I think so.
Ooh.
Can't get a head up yet.
Nice. Man, that's a good fish.
Yeah, it's a better one. Oh mate, that's getting better. But this morning didn't quite find the numbers we expected. I mean, you've been here on a previous trip, and but that's pretty good. So, you know, that's 3 out of 1 sort of run, and we haven't even got anywhere near the top. So, man, that's pretty good fun, eh? Look at that, lovely. It's beautiful condition, fat, primed, ready for spawning. So we'll get her away. Slip her down through here. Whew, feels like there might be a few more, bud. The tiny drop off right in the top, and through a cast. Hung it right over a bush into a tiny little channel going into a drop off. Bang, indicator goes down, and he's smashed that. It's taken me about 150 metres down the river. Yeah, nice brown too. He had been right under those trees at one stage as well.
Nice.
Mate, well, he told me there were some beautiful browns in here, and I'm stoked to meet one in person. That's an absolute gem, mate. I'm stoked with that. That is one beautiful fish. He's going to go back in, so put him through here. He's elevating quite a bit, he's moving around quite a bit, eh? Further over and further up, obviously. Yep. Nice, buddy. Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful thing, eh?
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay, mate. Oh, the man's back. A bit of a lean period for a while, but well done, mate. Can't keep a good man down.
Great, thank you for that, mate.
No
Good
worries.
spotting.
Yeah, cheers. It's back to a different section of the same river, and with a clearing sky, conditions look perfect. Just overcast it rather. Remember, the wind's going to blow it right, so.
Didn't even look at it, mate.
Let's go further over. You've got to be on where most of the food's coming from.
Should cast short.
Aim way further over to the left. That's better.
It's over.
Yeah, well done. The bow, is it? Well, it's prime, isn't it?
Yep, nice colour.
Beautiful. Okay, back in. Well done, mate.
You're next, mate.
Cool. That's the one. Oh, he slid over and had a look too. Not now though. Yep.
Here we go.
Yeehaw!
Took a while.
Yeah. Five fly changes. Slide him up then. Mate, well, it's turning into be almost a red letter day. I mean, that's a beautiful fish again. I think that's what, 5, 6 browns and a couple of rainbows or something. And they've all been really stunning fish. All right, put them back in. Off you go, fella. Oh, out that way. River's that way. Yeah, up he goes. Well, we've seen a big fish in here. It looks a real good shape anyway. And Hans is going to cover him. Okay, mate, go get him. Yeah, well done. Brown or a bow?
Brown.
Brown? Cool. Oh, it's a stonker.
Okay.
Beautiful, mate. Let's lift him up and have a look.
That's a pig.
Okay. It's got to be around close to the 8 pound mark, that boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much.
No worries at all.
Patrick.
Next.
That is too easy.
It's with a great deal of satisfaction that we wander the bank, looking for another likely spot to target. We decide to settle in for some well-earned lunch, soaking up the solitude and contemplating what has been a great morning, oblivious to the fact that the fishing was going to get even better. Mate, it's been sort of Browntown this morning. Absolutely stunning. Hell of a battle. Little pocket over there. Off you go, bud. Oh mate, let's have a look at what you picked out of there. Beautiful. What's going on? Did it go through your legs?
Yep.
Well done, mate. Good stuff.
Good guiding, mate. Let's have a look for another one.
Yep. Well, man, it continues. This is probably almost my favourite fish of the trip. You know, just under 6 pounds, but it's just incredibly fat. Just an absolute football. You wouldn't get a more beautiful trout than that for sure. Okay, we'll put him away. And look at that. Whew. Off you go, Gil. Oh. That's a seriously fat trout. Oh man, awesome. Last fish of the day. Makes it 21 for the day. That's a beauty. As if to snap us back to reality, Hans's mobile rings, reminding us that our road trip is nearing its end. And civilization not
Nice.
far away.
Hey, look at that.
Last fish of the day, can't complain.
That is a beauty, isn't it? Oh, wow. Come on. Oh,
Your turn, come on, last run. Not last fish, last run for the day.
Okay. Oh well, maybe this will be the last. You can't get away from this bowl.
Better hurry up then.
Yeah, I better land this baby.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. All right. It's 23 fish day. Well, I think that'll make it the last of the trip. And head back home, way up north. But that's been awesome, mate, and it's been great sharing it with you. Seeing a couple of places that you fished and I haven't. So, get him away. Oh. I think I got it.
Such a long way for me out across the great wide ocean. Keep a light on, I promise I'm coming home. And there I'll read your poetry by the fire. Right now it
Reminiscing about how awesome our last 5.5 days or 5 and a bit days of angling have been. Netted 70 fish, lost as many.
It's been a wonderful 5 days of angling, notable for the number and quality of fish caught, testimony to a still healthy fishery. This, however, is at odds with our general feelings on water quality issues and a shrinking resource, clouding the feel-good vibe as we head home. We have issues about the future of our freshwater fisheries that cannot be ignored, and we all must play a part in advocating changes in policy to ensure a future angling resource for our children to enjoy. The alternative is simply unthinkable. Happily, we arrive home to a suitably stunning sunset, signalling, just maybe, a bright horizon for us all.